Thank you. So if you want to get a job or if you're applying for job, I believe that one of the ways to improve is to keep applying for jobs that will help you to improve in your career. Please, 1 second. All right. So this is one of the job websites I recommend very well for job applicants. This website have a lot of features that I'm going to show you. If you can follow me, please, can someone confirm that they can see the screen? Can you see my screen, please?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for the response, sir. So one good thing about this website that I like so much is that if you look at the right-hand side, you can see that you can actually search for job according to your state. I can actually click here on jobs in Abuja, jobs in Enugu, jobs in Delta, jobs in Lagos, just like that, by location. And this was the website I actually used to get the job I'm doing now. And for those of us that are interested in working in non-governmental organizations, I work in an NGO. NGOs actually have vacancies by the ending of the year. By the ending of the year, that is around December, because a lot of people quit the organization, a lot of projects end, and a lot of projects start at the beginning of the year. So there are a lot of opportunities in the NGO sector around December and January of every year. That was one of the things I capitalized on in 2016, December. The job I'm doing now, I know I applied for it on the 26th of December, 2016, around 11 a.m. I saw the job and said, yes, this is what I can do, and applied without knowing anybody. And some people have this mindset that before you get a job in Nigeria, you must know people or your connection have to be high. That may be true, but the truth also remains that a lot of job opportunities may have merit. Once you merit the job, you're going to get it. So why do I recommend this myjobmark.com? Why I recommend it is that, like I said, you can apply based on state. Assuming I want to look for current jobs in Enugu, I reside in Enugu. So assuming I want to look for jobs in Enugu, jobs in Enugu 2021. Jobs in Enugu 2021, these technicians at 7UP. 7UP has a factory in Enugu. So someone who is looking for a technician job there can easily apply. And the job was posted today, 17th November. Why? Because I was able to search directly to Enugu. Then these are other job opportunities within Enugu that are also listed here. Then you can also see job by education. So if you're not a graduate, or if you have PhD or MBA or MSc or OND, or just secondary school certificate, or if you just finished from secondary school and you're waiting for admission, you can click on secondary school jobs and use it and apply. For instance, there's a job that National Primary Health Care Board opened up yesterday, and I think for you to apply for that job, all you need to do is just to have a secondary school education. And that job is that they are going to be doing a massive COVID vaccination around the country. So they are looking for people who can help in these jobs around the country. And this one is a motor vehicle service technician. This is what they are looking for, someone who can paint a car. And this is US Embassy in Nigeria. And trust me, this job will pay more than what so many graduates earn. So even if you can do this job as a graduate, I advise you to remove your BSc certificate in your CV and just leave it at SSCE and apply. You are likely going to get it. Then there are other jobs. Okay, all these are for US Embassy. This one is a driving job. This one is a printing operator, just like that. And if you continue, you can search for job by field. By field, like if you are into IT, once you click on information IT job, you see that every vacancy that is going to show you will be ICT related jobs. ICT related jobs. And so there are so many jobs in Nigeria. The problem is that people are not skilled enough for the job. And that's why many of them don't get it. Then forgive me, after this website, talking about this website for job, I'll go back to where we stopped on LinkedIn. Then job by title. You have graphic designer job, writer job, intern job, front desk job, sales manager job, accountant job, and the rest of them. If you're someone that studied biological sciences, let's say you studied microbiology, zoology, biochemistry, and all that, medical rep job is one job that is so easy to get by people that read these courses. And this is something they can take advantage of. There's always vacancy for sales rep and all that, and sometimes medical officers or medical sales rep. Then just a bonus for those who study biological science courses or any science, technology, engineering, and mathematics course. They have lots of scholarship in the United States. And it's something you can also take advantage of. Then you can also search for job by industry. Assuming you are looking for NGO jobs, there's a place for non-profit association jobs. And when you click here, you're going to see job opportunities that are present in the NGO sector, in the non-governmental organization sector. You're going to see lots of them. You're going to see lots and lots of them. All right, so this website is so wonderful that you can even search for job by type. So look at remote jobs. You know, remote job was one of the things that many people were interested in the last time we talked about LinkedIn. I said that in LinkedIn, you can get remote jobs, but in this site, you can also search for remote jobs. Once you click on remote job, someone asked me the last time, what is a remote job? A remote job is a job you can do from the comfort of your home without going to an office and working from anywhere. Remote jobs are becoming feasible in Nigeria. Like this NCR, account executive in NCR. NCR is one of the companies that produce ATM machines. So imagine being an account executive with them and working directly from your home. And all that. There are so many vacancies online, trust me. And you're going to be getting a lot of rejections. It is normal. Rejections will be coming here and there. Rejections will be coming. But then your ability to handle these rejections is what makes you or brings out the best in you. So let's go back to what we are talking about on LinkedIn. Yes, we were on LinkedIn the last time. So we are going to continue from where we stopped. I'll still come back on how to package our CVs because a lot of people are actually qualified for the job, but they don't know how to put it down on paper. And that is why they've not been able to get that job. I met someone recently and the CV was, when I looked at the CV, it wasn't looking good at all. After revamping the CV, the person started getting interview opportunities. Why? It wasn't as if the person was not qualified for the job before. It's not as if village people was following the person. No, it's just because the CV was not well presented. And a lot of us, please forgive me, I'm not feeling so strong, but I'm healed. So back to LinkedIn. This is one of the reasons why I prefer LinkedIn to Facebook and other social media networks. You're going to be seeing innovative stuff, just like the one you're seeing now on the screen. You're going to see a lot of innovative stuff that people are doing that will make you think, what are you actually doing with your time? That make you think, that will make you not to waste so much time on social media. There are a lot of innovative stuff on LinkedIn that one can follow. And a lot of opportunities like we shared earlier on. So this evening, I want to talk on how we can generate CV from LinkedIn and how we can create job alerts on LinkedIn. So on the top page of your LinkedIn, you're going to see home, my network, jobs, messaging, and notification. So whatever we're going to talk about today will be focusing on jobs. So from here, we're going to move in straight into how to create a CV for jobs. But if you've pimped your LinkedIn profile very well, you can actually create a CV from your LinkedIn profile. How? First of all, you click on jobs. I just clicked on jobs now. I just clicked on jobs. All right. So you see my job, you see job alert, you see salary, skill assessment, interview prep, resume build. The truth of the matter is that if you don't have a good resume, you can't apply for job. Getting a job lies solely on having a good resume. Resume and CV is almost the same thing, but the difference is that resume is like a summary of everything about what you do, while CV is a detailed explanation of everything about you. That's the major difference between CV and resume. So for you to build a resume, like I said, if you want to use LinkedIn effectively, I would advise that you use a laptop. Don't use a phone. Most importantly, use a laptop. Thank you. So if I click on Resume Builder, it gives me option. There are some that I've created. I created one on the 15th of November. I did one on the 22nd of January from my profile. So I want to create from profile. You see the option of create from profile and upload resume. I'm going for the option of create from profile because most of my achievements and education, I actually put them on my LinkedIn profile. Excuse me, please. So if I click on create from profile, it's going to come out like this. It will ask me for the job title I'm looking for. I'm actually an IT consultant or an IT support specialist. So let me use IT support specialist as an example. Once I click on apply, it's going to bring a sample of a CV. As you can see on the screen, what you can see here is sample of a CV carrying my name, the country I am, my email address, the link to my LinkedIn profile, my phone number, and the summary of whatever I have on my LinkedIn profile is what it will also bring out here. And I can also have the option of editing it in the way it will suit me. And the good thing about this is that even if you're not using this resume from LinkedIn, you can actually copy from here into MS Word and arrange your CV the way you want it to be. Because on your MS Word, you may need to now put your full address. Let's say where you're living and all that and all that. I'll tell you something about CVs, addressing CVs when I'll be talking about CV. So your summary, your experience, including your JD, your job description, then everything, the way it appears on CV is the way it will appear here on LinkedIn. All you need to do is to either copy and paste from here, or from here directly, you convert it to PDF and use it as a CV. The only difference is that the CV, the resume that LinkedIn will build for you, you won't be able to add referee to it, which is why I advise copying to MS Word. It helps you to, it stops at here. It doesn't give you opportunity to add your referees and all that. So after that, you come here and click on more. Once you click on more, you can say download as PDF. Here, if you click download as PDF, it will just download your CV automatically without you stressing yourself. Just from your LinkedIn profile, it will create your CV automatically. Let me open what I just created. So this is just a CV I just created from my LinkedIn profile. Though I don't like the way it is arranged, but worst case scenario, you can still use something like this to build a CV for yourself if you want. All right. So with that, we've seen how to create CV from our LinkedIn profile. So let us go to the creating CV, what CV is about, how to get it done, and the rest of them. Let's go straight into that. I'm coming. Slideshow from beginning. Sorry. Let me share screen again. All right. So let's talk about, please, can you see my screen? Sorry. Can you see my screen? Hello.
Yes, okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for following through. So, talking about packaging your resume and cover letter. My name is Chime Chinonso Simon. So, for you to start a new career, you need a resume and a cover letter for you to start any career. Yes, it's entrepreneurship. We are supposed to be talking about business and all that, but then I believe something. Sometimes you need to work for someone or for an organization before starting a business. In fact, I recommend that anybody that wants to be an entrepreneur should first of all work for people before becoming an entrepreneur. I'll tell you why. If you don't work in an organization, you may never understand what it means to be organized. If you've never worked in an organization before, you may not understand what it means to be a leader, to manage people. If you've never worked in an organization before and they treat you bad, you will learn as an entrepreneur how not to treat your workers bad. Because once you have that experience, you won't want another person, if you're a true child of God, you won't want another person to be treated the way you were treated in another organization. And that is why it's advisable to work elsewhere. It helps you to also gather experience on how to run your own organization or how to manage another person's organization. And if you are working for someone, you also need to have an entrepreneurial mindset to handle that organization as if it is your own. Because if you handle it as if it's not your own, expect another person to also handle your own business that way. And that's why I recommend that people work before they open their own business. And I've worked in the government sector and I've worked in a non-governmental organization. I've seen a lot of difference, a whole lot of difference. I've learned teamwork more in non-governmental organization, more than when I was in the government sector. So it has taught me that when I'm managing my business, I need to work as a team with my workers. And if I didn't work for an NGO, I may use the mindset of government work and handle my business. And the mindset of government work somehow does not make sense, because there, the way we treat Oga in government position, in government organization, you may not be so free to talk to your boss. Unlike a non-governmental organization, you can talk with your boss, you can share ideas easily. But in government organization, whatever your Oga says is the final. These are some of the things I learned from working for both government organization and non-profit organization. So you need a resume and a cover letter for a start. What is a resume? A resume is a marketing tool. It is designed to capture attention and get you to the next stage in the recruitment process. And it's also a key component of job search. You cannot search for a job if you don't have a CV. And some people here, the CV they use in applying for a job in 2015 is what they are still using to apply for a job in 2021. And that's a big error. You know, the importance of this class is that you may actually see the village people attacking you, what we refer as village people. It may be yourself and not really anybody anywhere. And some people keep complaining, there's no job in Nigeria. There's no job in Nigeria. You send a CV to a job recruiter and the body of your email is blank. It is an error. Or you just say, find attached my CV. Is a very wrong way of applying for jobs. And this is where a lot of Nigerians are getting it wrong. And nobody will teach you that in the university. Trust me, nobody will teach you that in the university, apart from this, apart from some private universities and some universities abroad where they take career and job applying seriously. But in many government schools will not teach you how to write a CV or how to package your CV or email etiquette. There are email etiquettes. There are ways to write emails. There are ways not to write emails. Very, very important, and all that and all that. So a CV is also an interview getter. It also helps you to get to the next stage It tells the hiring manager that you have experience, skills, and education. So what do you include in a CV? Some people, when you get their CV, they write they write sex, female, and sometimes or sex, male. Sometimes from your name, your gender can be identified easily, and those things are more important when the job role is gender specific. Is gender specific. Sometimes when your employer know that you are married, the person will not employ you. That's what we've come to see in Nigeria as a female. But then you don't need to put whether you are married or not in some cases, so that your experience can actually prove that whether you're married or single, you can actually do the job. So here's a list of what many job applicants include in their resume. Some of these may be heading titles or not. Not all resumes will include all these things. I want you to know that every work you're applying for is unique, and that's why every job application must have a CV. But so many job applicants don't give it time. They don't give time to applying for job. They just have one CV and just keep sending that one CV all the time. No, you need to tailor that CV to what you're looking for. There's a kind of job I'll be applying for where they emphasize more on education. My education will come before my experience. But there's a job I'll be applying for where experience is very important. In that case, education will be the last thing on my CV. And a job that you have experience in, they don't care whether you have the class. They don't care whether you have 2-1. In some cases, especially professional jobs, they don't care to know what you graduated from. Once you have the experience, they are giving you the job. So sometimes it contains coursework, computer skill, projects you've been part of, leadership activities, awards, volunteer experience. I tell my mentees that every year that passes by, if you don't have anything to add to your CV, your certificate depreciates in value. Let me repeat it. Your certificate depreciates in value when every year there is nothing you add to your CV. Let's assume you graduated in 2017 and your job experience, you have nothing, no job experience on your CV, and this is 2021, and so you are looking for a job, there's nothing to add in your CV, it doesn't speak well, because it only makes your certificate to depreciate in value. That's why you need to get volunteer experience. Even if you are not working, there's no job, have somewhere you go to every day to add to your skills. Have somewhere you go to every day to add to whatever you know. That way your CV will be relevant. That way when someone looks at your job history, you see that there is no year that you were idle. Some interviews I've been able to attend, they ask me any year that is idle, they'll be like, okay, what did you do with this year? What happened? In that case, if you are sick, you cannot explain the challenges you have, but coming to say that you did nothing, that you are busy searching for a job, is a very big error. So what makes a good resume? A good resume is clear, straight to the point, it is concise, it is consistent. For instance, some people, when you look at their CV, the header, the font of the header is different from the font of their experience, and is different from the font of their education. You see, everything will be so disorganized. And the funny thing is that these people don't write this CV with laptop, they write it with phone, and phone will make you look as if you are doing the correct thing. But at the end, you are doing rubbish. Because MS Word on the phone may not give you, or the app you are using to edit that CV on your phone may not give you the opportunity to arrange it very well. But if you're using a laptop, you can actually justify. Justifying in MS Word means making things to be in order. It won't be zigzag. The arrangement will not be zigzag and all that. So your CV has to be consistent. Even if you're writing dates, some people, if they say their education is from 2009 to 2010, the next line of education, you see that the next line of education, as it started from 2011, it will not be arranged straightforward. It will just be bending. It's an unclear CV. And so these are some of the things that recruiters don't like seeing. Then another one is that there's what we call ATS software. When ATS software is a software that recruiters use to submit CVs and check for keywords they are looking for. And that's why any job you are looking for, assuming you are applying for a job that requires networking, that software will go through your CV. If there's no keyword networking on your CV, it will wave it out. and you're not qualified for the next stage. So, and that's why it looks as if Nigerian employers don't get back to applicants. It's not as if it's a good thing, it's a very bad thing, but so many of them go through thousands and thousands of CVs. Like one of the jobs I was following through today, they had about 1,000 applicants and they had to go through it and select 89 people for the aptitude test. Like that. And all they need is just 5 people. So imagine all the process they have to go through to just select 5 persons. All right, so like I said, a CV have to be clear. It gives the reader a clear understanding of who you are, what skills you possess, your accomplishments, and your career and the career path that you've chosen. Focus on transferable skills. A transferable skills is a skill gained in one job that is useful in another. So for instance, I just used one as an example here. So transferable skills is like a skills that you've used. Like I said, trained new employees. On the second line, I said train new employees on the use of projectors and computer repairs. This is something that someone can be doing in a former organization and can transfer to a new organization. That's transferable skills. Now, quantify your accomplishments. This is one of the things that helped me when I got my first job. I went for a job interview in 2013 for a volunteer job. In that job, I was not going to be paid. I was working to just get experience. I was not working to be paid. So then in my CV, one of the things in my CV is that I taught 105 students mathematics in preparation for WAEC, and the least grade they got was a C, and about 30 of them made A1 in mathematics. Now, what I did there was that I quantified my achievement. Do you know, I was in that interview and the interviewer employed me already to be teaching his son private lesson. That was in 2013. I was charging 1,000 per hour to teach the child then. So if I was able to teach for 4 hours, I'll be paid 4K. That was in 2013. Why? I was able to quantify it very, very well in my CV, that I was able to train this particular number, be number specific. I was able to handle a project that was able to generate $1 million in profit for my organization. That means you are quantifying accomplishments very, very well. Thank you very much. Now, the next one, I've talked about quantifying your accomplishment. Then before you write your CV, what type of job are you seeking? The type of job you're seeking for should help you know how best you should package your CV. Then what type of person and experience are required for the job? This is very, very important. Sometimes find out if you have the experience for that job. Sometimes when we don't have the experience, we give up easily. No, don't give up. One of the things I used to do when I don't get the experience for a job is that I go and do a course that is related to that experience. There are so many free online courses, free. Like those that are in the NGO sector, one of the sites I recommend is kayaconnect.org. There are so many, or if you intend to work in NGO work, NGO field, NGO sector, and you don't have any skills, when you go to kayaconnect.org, you're going to see a lot of skills you can learn that will give you experience to be able to apply for jobs. So what skills and abilities do you have to offer an employer, and what ones will stress you? You need to focus on your core skills. There are skills that are very, very important. Like if you want to work in a remote work, one of the skills you need is the ability to work with little or no supervision. Can we leave you behind and you do a work and do it very, very well? This is something you need to consider. Then let's go to cover letter. When you're writing a cover letter, understand the purpose of your cover letter. Cover letter is more like an application letter. It's more like an application letter. So application letter is what was renamed to cover letter. So when you're writing a job application, what is recommended to put in the body of the email that you're using to apply for the job is your cover letter. Your cover letter can be in the body of the mail, and it can also be in form of attachment together with your CV under attachment, so that it doesn't just look empty, so that you don't use keywords like FYI. You're applying for a job and you are just, the only thing in the body of your letter is FYI. It's very wrong. FYI means for your information, but it's very, very wrong. It's very, very wrong. It doesn't look ethical. So Cover letter is very, very important in job application. In cover letter, these are the guidelines for cover letters. Single space your letter and double space between paragraphs. Use a business letter format. Like a lot of things have changed. When writing cover letter, it's not like the way we used to write letter in the olden days, where you come to the right hand and write your address and come to the left hand and write yes and all that. Things have changed. And some of the samples you need for writing those things are online. I want to tell you a little secret. Don't tell anybody. A little secret. Most of the things you will pay people to teach you are actually free on the internet. But the problem is that we don't maximize it very, very well. You see google.com, youtube.com. These two websites are university on its own. I studied microbiology in school, but my career has shifted to IT. Where did I learn everything I'm doing in IT? It's on the internet, YouTube and Google. I didn't learn much under people. Everything was on the internet. So some of the things you pay people to teach you are actually free on the internet, only if you can maximize it very well. So tailor your letter to the position. If you don't know how to write cover letter, go online. Go and search for cover letter sample. Assuming you're applying for a secretary. If you go online and search for cover letter sample for a secretarial position, you're going to see plenty. By the time you read it, even if you don't know how to speak grammar, you see where to borrow big grammars, big English, good vocabulary that you can use. Like a lot of people under job description, even on their CV, don't know how to, some of the things that they've done in the past, they don't know how to express it on their CV. What do you do in such position? Assuming you worked as a travel agent, go online, go and Google travel agent job description. By the time you go online and Google travel agent job description, you're going to see other duties that travel agents do. And when you see it, you even begin to remember, hey, it's true, I used to do all those things, but you didn't add it to your CV. By the time you go online and see what other travel agents do, you now understand the key word, the key sentence, the key vocabulary to use on your CV and your cover letter. So I want to go straight to a sample of cover letter. I'm also going to share my slide with you before I go. I'm also going to I want to go straight to samples of cover letter and resume so that we'll see how it looks like and all that. I'll use my own as an example. So what are the differences between resume and cover letter? Resume is a matter of fact, it's a document. It shows your skills, your experiences, your education. It includes your scope, your size and achievement, while cover letter shows how your skills meet the position need. Using this cover letter is more like using the skills you showed in your resume. Show how those skills makes you qualify for the job and how and why you can help the organization by being an employee there. So that's it about cover letter. So let me show a sample. I'm sorry, I mistakenly went out. Hello, Leader Collins, please, can you make me host again so I can continue from where I stopped? Okay, it's recording. No problem, it's recording. Let me just share screen. So let me get a sample CV to show what a CV looks like. I'm coming. I'm also going to share some guide on enhancing your employability and all that. I'm going to share it after the class so that for those who are still starting, those who just left school, they will know the right way to achieve those things. I also share a guide on how to answer tough interview questions. I'm coming. Let me just open this CV. Let me look for mine and use it as an example. Hold on, please. All right, I can't share screen. I'm sorry, I can't share screen. I would have wanted to show us what a CV looks like. But I just discovered that I cannot share screen because I had network challenge. I was logged out automatically as a host. So let me continue. So you need a CV and a cover letter to be able to get a job. And there is no, the type of CV you use for an academic position is different from the kind of CV you use for a multinational position. Is different from the kind of CV you use for different type of organization. Let me use an academic position for an example. If you're applying for a lecturer in the university, that's an academic position, you may need to include all your publications. Or if you're applying for a scholarship, you may need to include all your publications. You may need to even put your age. You may need to put your age. You may need to put your date of birth because they need to know when you retire and all that. You may need to put how many children you have and how many wives you have, one or two, whether maybe you're a Christian or a Muslim and all that. So if it's an academic CV, you may require all that details, but you may not need all that details if you're applying for a bank job or a multinational job. And then another thing I want to mention here is that there are some jobs that works with age. And that's why it's good to start school on time. And that's why instead of, if you are having difficulty applying for one course and you get one, you can start from there and then try other courses, maybe after the first degree and try another courses. Like some of the multinationals, once you are 27 years, you cannot apply for job in such organization. Like companies like auditing firms like PwC, KPMG. Some people don't know that these companies even exist. And these companies, they start with salary of about 250, 300K. And some banks, if you are up to 26 years or if you graduated before 26 years and you have a 2-1, they don't take 2-2, you have a 2-1, you have opportunity to work in these organizations. And these are the things that should make you inspire to work hard. They take only first class and 2-1. Even if it's your 2-2 is narrow escape, they don't want to know. They just take first class and 2-1. So if you have such position and you graduated very early in life, you have opportunity to apply for those multinational firms. And one thing about some of them is that if you work in auditing firm and you're able to get ACA in Nigeria, you can actually get auditing firm in countries like UK and relocate from Nigeria. Some of my friends are relocated from the country like that. I have a classmate who studied biochemistry with us in BSc. He had 2-1. He's expected to go and do masters in biochemistry also, but no, he got a job in an auditing firm here in Nigeria, did his ACA. Before you know it, he's working in UK now, relocated to UK, and even working remotely in UK there. And that's how he left the country. So these are opportunities you get when you get a good result. And that's why you should encourage everyone. I encourage everyone to graduate with wonderful results. But even if you didn't graduate with a wonderful result, you still have time to go to school. There's still time. There's still time. There's still time. So those that used to say that school is scam, I don't agree with them. Because when you get a good result, you can work in good companies. And sometimes what you earn, I believe so much that what you earn is also dependent on how you dream and how you prepare yourself. If your dream is to get a 25,000 naira job, you may stop at 25,000 naira job. If your dream is 100,000 naira, you may stop at 100,000. So you need to have a positive mindset concerning job application. And also know that when people say that there is no money in this country, that there is actually money. And some people still get high-paying jobs. And if you're among the crowd that say that there is no job in Nigeria, you're already confessing negatively. And it will affect your mindset, it will affect your productivity, and at the end, you may see yourself not getting a job. 5 years, you are still shouting that there's no job in Nigeria, but someone who just graduated will get a job. There are people like that. So have a positive mindset concerning job applications in Nigeria. Also be consistent. You are going to get a lot of rejections. Don't give up. Keep applying. Keep applying. There are so many opportunities out there. Then the time you spend on other aspects of social media if you put it into career building, learning courses online, trust me, you are going to be far, far better. And whatever you are doing, try to acquire more IT skills. In the future, people who don't have IT skills will lose even their position. Because in the future, you either know how to build a robot, or know how to repair a robot, or know how to program a robot, or know how to sell a robot. This is the future. A lot of people stand opportunity of losing some of their jobs because of what the people that robots will sack in future. The way computer sacked people that do typewriter, and the way Uber and Bolt is also sacking people who do conventional taxi. That's how jobs will keep be replacing in future. So I want to stop here for now and take questions. Thank you so much for giving me your time, for listening. I'm very grateful. Thank you for coming out. We talked about LinkedIn, and we also talked about CV and cover letter. I couldn't upload a sample of CV and cover letter because I lost the host right because of connection issue, but feel free to reach me directly. I'll drop my number again in the chat. We can talk privately. We can talk more on career and other things. Thank you so much for your time. So if you have questions, I'm free to take questions. Any question? All right, website for free courses, okay? I'm going to get some of them. All right, for free courses, some of the places you can do free courses is udemy.com. In udemy.com, some of their courses are free. But if you want to get free courses at udemy.com, you can use, when you go to Google, type Udemy off. When you type Udemy off on Google, you're going to get courses that are free on udemy.org. Then if you are planning to go into NGO sector, hireconnect.org is where you can get a lot of free courses. Then you can also Google free courses online. There are so many of them. Then LinkedIn also offers free courses under learning. If you enter your LinkedIn account, there's a section called learning. LinkedIn also offers free courses. Then for those that came late, I recommended a website for job application, www.myjobmag.com. That's the website I recommended for job application. Then there are other websites like there are other websites. I don't know why I'm forgetting them now, but I know there are so many other websites for free online courses. And if you go to Google and type free online courses, you are going to get many of them. I just remembered one now, GCF Learn Free, gcflearnfree.org. Let me type it, another website for free learning. Wow. Another website for e-learning is www.gcflearnfree.org. That's another place. In this gcflearnfree.org, even if you don't know anything about computer, you can learn it there. They have free courses on all the Microsoft applications. They have free courses on job applications. They have free courses on how to use Google effectively, and so many other courses that they have, Let me see if I can get other website for free courses. I've talked about udemy.com. Another one is futurelearn.com. Futurelearn.com have some free courses. Let me type it. Futurelearn.com. Futurelearn.com. Then if you're in Oasis group on LBD, they also share opportunities there. Then let me see if I can get more. Some universities abroad also offer free courses. So if you go to their website, you're going to see some of them, like Harvard. I know Harvard offers some courses for free. But then if you are out in searching for some of these opportunities, there are so many of them online. And like I told you earlier, Google and YouTube have a lot of opportunities. Google and YouTube have a lot of opportunities that one can benefit from. Please, I'm sorry. Please, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. The network is quite bad. So I said that Stanford University have some free courses. So that GCF Learn Free I mentioned earlier, they renamed their website. This is their new website. On the chat box, I'll be sharing a lot of websites that you can actually use for free courses. Then I'm also sharing a link that will show you websites where you can get courses for free with certificates. Let me see if I can get more. Thank you so much. We're supposed to stop by 8 p.m. So I'm going to be stopping here for now. I'll be stopping here for now. So if you have more questions, I think you can contact me on WhatsApp. We can talk better on WhatsApp. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. God bless you
Thank you.
for your help.
Maybe in the absence of no bigger leader, maybe we'll just pray and end the class. In Jesus' name. Father, King of Glory, we thank you for this wonderful evening. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for making it possible for each and every one of us to be available for class this evening. Lord, we want to use opportunity to commit every LBD member that is looking for a job into your hands. Father, Lord, I pray you're going to give them the right job in the name of Jesus. Lord, if it is skills that is holding them down, Lord, give them the ability to sit down and learn. Open doors for them. Give them opportunities to learn. That after that skills, they'll get jobs that will make them relevant to the kingdom in the name of Jesus. Father, Lord, we commit all we've learned tonight into your hands. Father, Lord, may it stay permanently with us. May it be a source of inspiration to us. May it help us to get money, to help ourselves, and to also expand God's kingdom in the name of Jesus. Lord, we thank you for all you've done. May your name be exalted, O Lord, and may the name of the devil be put to shame. In Jesus' mighty name we've prayed. Amen. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Brother, we learned a lot.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leader Chime. God bless you.
Thank
you so much.
you, Leader Chime. God bless you.
Actually,
Amakwanụ m ụmụ ihe a